be a about Sports TV. So I'm just so Kwesi Bena. So latest ni updated ya na so join your Bena Sports TV. So now back to back. Sheldon so said the UEFA Champions League draw no mu chechemu and the EPL sanso and then rather El Classico match to me two draw so no e de mu chechemu e Sheldon so say UEFA for so e the Europa League draw no so nya betu draw no so e fi agro e de mu chechemu and so many o ma Khaled on so abebo am with discussions na me bi answer no come but without wasting more time no yen shase if we free the EPL match and rather to me two draw Chelsea against Everton Oma Chelsea to me tenefie welcome Everton and then about 2-2 with Kai Havertz now for so Brandon and Niger Felix in the first goal for Chelsea in this season. Who match we say?
Well, I think medical boy Everton fans now so the tough is on my idea, but I think Chelsea would have won this game. But Potter mistake tactical changes.
But as I was saying, Potter the only coach is Chelsea. Nowadays, the Chelsea, you can't say trial coach are trying him because Potter is not a coach for Chelsea.
You know, every team, to say Barcelona, almost style of play.
Yes.
And I see Chelsea to be a team since Mourinho time, getting use of the 3-back system. TT,
yeah.
So Potter playing that 3-back has even helped him win a couple of matches. Who say very great. But against Everton.
Yeah.
Keeping a winger out like Pulisic out and you are bringing Gallagher inside the game whereby within the 60th minute to the 70th minute was a tactical mistake that I would always condemn that.
One say Sisi say English coach bia obram say obe coach the English Premier League team bia na o make sure say obe man England players na nya biamo. So bringing in can say Gallagher no dey Pulisic alternative no. Me who ni say England for tactics as Sisi munya because uko piemu kra or Everton players go over and say can say Lampard dey dem but who so me English for anything or dey am me who for that angle ne say am yes dey no since Ronaldo so kind United say United for so the England players in na ball na maja other players no outside am English for so that angle no dey who say Porter a mistake because or English into the English in na ball for him or benching Abrant and the Pulisic no it was a big mistake but who is England into the England for ball for your thoughts no what do you say?
Well, they all kind there Yampa because a game like this he wasn't supposed to bring a center midfielder.
Yes.
Obi to say Gallagher. Because now Kante recover because Kante has recovered and see saying Kante like 10 minutes of the time crowd the beche the owa. Who Abrant the Zachary on more on also bench. And see a game like this whereby you are winning like a goal to nil. You should have brought a defensive midfielder in the game to hold up the number of midfielders that Everton players pushing within the midfield. You contain them, then you hit them on the counter. Because you have good players like João Felix, you have Kai Havertz inside the game. You should have won this game. So I see Chelsea gaining a point from this match because of a tactical error. Maybe I say Potter and new coaching. And one thing about Chelsea here. I can just add the easy win match.
So for you, nice match in beginning. Now your expectations Chelsea winning match.
It was a win-win for Chelsea. Because we formation this season Everton so she big side beer. It's hard for you to penetrate their defense because sometimes they defend like 6 defenders, 7 defenders. Osha 0-0 draw on it Manchester City boy. Yeah. They were defending like 6-7, marking Haaland with 2 players, Godfrey and Takosi at the same time. It was a very tough game for us. But I would say Chelsea did very well. But they deserved more than the 1 point they had.
Okay. So you call Sisi Arsenal on heat. Well, for you know, one match I said Arsenal will bobo in but this league in the Arsenal end. And I'm just making catch say Chelsea and do baby there say Arsenal so cheap. Now what they call landing or I'm the ball landing. Sisi Arsenal their match against Crystal Palace 4-1. Bukayo Saka has 2 goals. Martinelli has and Xhaka and so share. What do you think
Well, I think Crystal Palace lost the match because they didn't have a coach. Because they didn't medical Patrick Vieira. Saying within this season, I don't think Crystal Palace has lost more than a 3-goal margin to any top side apart from match or Manchester City boy.
Okay.
And see, I don't see this Arsenal team winning the EPL this season. And to talk about some minor injuries, or when Tomiyasu, William Saliba, and a few more to mention, I don't see they are capable of winning the league this season because you have a international break. And after international break, the fitness of their players is also something else. You have the likes of the holding midfielder Thomas Partey, who is like
we are kind of saying Chelsea player on the nearby friends Jorginho between
I don't think Jorginho fits the Partey rule. I no disrespect to Jorginho fans,
but Europa League match against can say Sporting CP passer Jorginho to me Edema Martinelli. No. Do you see that part?
As a midfielder, one of your qualities should be you should be a good passer. But a good midfielder knows how to make key passes. Yeah. Key passes in a Partey a little bit good over Jorginho. And sometimes people even compare him to the likes of Casemiro, Rodrigo, and other stuff.
But I said this season Partey and Casemiro. But we say Partey are the same Casemiro per the hours and per passes and the other per walk.
Well, I see Casemiro over Partey because Partey always fears for injury, going in for tackles, and so when you check out the tackles Partey have won and the tackles.
But I want on Casemiro LBT Partey.
And that is what sometimes your teams need. Yeah. Your team needs tackles to stop offensive attacks and other stuff. Okay. So you need to, as a midfielder, you need to be a good passer. At the same time, your interceptions and your tackles should always be on point. So that make I want to say.
You check United winning against Fulham 3-1. Now me share match and I'm so is this Fulham team now? I'm going to share Chelsea now.
Well, I think every team when you have 3 red cards in less than 1 minute, it disturbs the mentality of the team. Yes, like the players become so down that because looking at the red card Fulham coach Onyaya, and then looking at the red card William Onyaya, I think William's red card was a fair call. But I don't think what Mitrovic did call for a yellow card. It wasn't supposed to be a red card because Misha it wasn't anything else. But maybe the intention of the player that is coming around, how bulky he is and how well structured he is in it. And only a red card. In all, Fulham played a very good game. But I don't think United would have won if Fulham had all their 11 players on the pitch. I think United played a very good game with some good players like Saptiba getting a goal and Bruno scoring a goal too. I think it's a good win and a good winning mentality for Manchester United as a whole.
Okay, I share City against Burnley, FA Cup. No, I share Burnley 6. Well, we share City on their performance with Haaland now. Who fears UEFA Champions League? I'm moving Haaland able to me. Attacking, I want to mean a ball around to me and down. I want to say we share Leipzig or boy, we share Burnley or boy.
Well, when you check out the stats, Erling Haaland always average 10 touches for a goal. Yeah. Or about 10 touches be out now.
He 22 goals.
That is it. American. Wow, he's a very good player. Yeah. I'm to tell you. Haaland is very clinical inside the box Chelsea, and outside the box with some good shots.
Chelsea and Kayembre.
Well, more than 100 offer Lukaku I can answer.
Lukaku yes about 200. So Haaland
I think Inter Milan see Odegaard in the loan so and that over be William. And then
imagine what was Santo Kotoko.
That go find go break kuma like
and I said never quite
well, I think Vincent Kompany coming back to the stadium of Etihad to lose 6-0. I don't think it's so humiliating. He wanted to learn something. He will be the next Pep Guardiola at Manchester City if all things go on. I think Burnley hasn't lost a match at Turf Moor. That is their home grounds this season and last season and all. But they are playing a very good game at the Championship side. But I always remember that they are playing against the Manchester City.
Yes.
The Manchester City of England, the King of England. That is who you are playing against.
I know you're watching to say the King of England. Yes, I know watching because you see United for class among your players. You see now
who team Chelsea this is a chain on me bonus saying.
One say,
you know,
you see, I Chelsea are 7 years and can't what you say.
You know,
for me, the coming Kwanka Grand Porter and I've been to as you say, Grand Porter is not coach for Chelsea. Now, on you coach, and find so you try out the match Chelsea. You don't forget it out. We do not you into the Europa League. You see, I'm not drawn to me about Bobo United and Sevilla. This season, I'm going to Sevilla. So United wait me the say this season into to me IBB or Europa League the man. I say to see no senior aba match Barcelona Arsenal amoko Barcelona home and uncle ball 2-2 by almost Santo Barcelona Red Betis born 4-1 Red Betis born 1-0. See they are playing against Spanish clubs. See me so say yeah Spanish clubs no so to me aware say this how United for one more. So per United performance this season Europa League no who their match against Sevilla saying.
Well, I see. I would since Eric Ten Hag came to the Old Trafford, I've seen a different Manchester United, a different United playing a different game, a tactical game, beating the Spanish teams within the Europa League this season hasn't been a surprise. And because United is playing a very good game, but looking at a team like Sevilla losing 2-0 to Getafe within this weekend, and the kind of games they are playing, and they even lost 1-0 to Fenerbahce at Turkey.
Yeah.
I don't see a Sevilla team that is willing to beat Manchester United like the past seasons we've always been seeing. Sevilla hasn't been clinical enough. Looking at the number of touches they've been having in their final touch, Acuna is not having the best season. Yusuf Anusi is also not having the best season at Sevilla this time. That is why they are 14th on the La Liga table. So I see a Manchester United winning this Europa match against Sevilla anytime, any day.
So for your prediction, women are we?
Yes, it's like a 3-1 at United's home. Then they're going to beat them at 2-0 at Sevilla's home. I think it's a very easy game to predict as well.
Okay, you call the most exciting tournament apart from the World Cup, Champions League. You know, see, I draw net to me about Chelsea against Real Madrid. For me, the Madrid can't take say Chelsea and then because per our records against Real Madrid, yeah. So for you, no, why didn't you know because see Chelsea, man, who say yeah, Champions League, yeah, the Kakraba for their home league in there, yeah, so far, yeah, bread, Abraboni Chayachi. Why didn't Chelsea against Real Madrid? Who match they saying?
Well, looking at the stats, Chelsea and Real Madrid war. Chelsea Real Madrid game is not about
history.
It's not about stats to say Chelsea form.
Okay.
Say or form this season and
it's about history and miracles.
Anytime, any day, Chelsea and Real Madrid this year a crucial match. So I wouldn't even compare Chelsea's form and being 10th on the Premier League to what they are going to do this season with Real Madrid. Real Madrid hasn't had the best of seasons when you talk about. If you ask any Real Madrid fan, he will tell you their team is struggling a bit with Ancelotti not giving Hazard some minutes, Rodrigo not having more minutes, and sometimes Vinicius always wants to prove himself to defenders he can dribble. That is not sometimes the rule. Sometimes you would have to score. Okay. And Chelsea has also made some good signings in their team, bringing in Mudryk, bringing in Joao Felix. I remember Joao Felix also played in the Spanish league.
Yeah, before. So
good. So Enzo Fernandez is also there. Against Real Madrid, I see a very good Chelsea side winning a 2-1 at Bernabeu and a plain draw at how do you call it? Stamford Bridge.
So this match, players Ben I expected their performance.
Well, I think you know when you talk about Real Madrid, they have the class. You have the school prefect. I always call him the school prefect. Yes, Modric. Okay. The school prefect is there, and the assistant is also there. Toni Kroos is also there. So, that will be doing the work, and Vinicius on the flank will also be doing some wonders there. But I see Reece James, if he's very fit for this game. My major problem is what will happen if they come back after the international break. Injuries hard I see a very good Reece James.
I don't quite to any question that he was about because Chelsea game against Real Madrid we don't expect any Chelsea player so be there'll be injuries there. So let's talk about the most exciting match Obi a share him say basi Pep Guardiola against Bayern Munich.
Well, I think Pep Guardiola reunited with in the old team, that is Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
I see a very good Pep Guardiola team this season, winning couple of matches, 7-0 against Leipzig, playing 6-0 against Burnley, and I see a Bayern side that is very good, a very very good team. Sergio Mane recovering, and the likes of Kimmich, one of the most underrated players sometimes we don't normally talk about. Yes, yes, Kimmich has been a very good player,
yeah.
And you have a very good goalkeeper too. Yaya Soma is also inside with a lot. They have a lot of good players,
yeah.
But this very game, any team that will win this match will depend on your tactics, and I believe in my tactician.
Yeah.
I believe in my tactician.
Say you believe in your tactician, because when you sit in inside can say you believe in your tactician, because of course you see an share you be call international break in about players be break and be call injuries be call be catch someone jam on for to share so say the match no Champions League draw no e twice on April you know e be do na teams no six now can say players na one who strong na their tacticians near there no be wura mu na so akoye mere o.
Well,
so because City and Bayern Munich there say I'm sure match crowd that match there we have to sit down we have to say crowd sure match we now we are saying
well Pep Guardiola is not like he just came into the system like Graham Potter, who is just used to European competition, who is getting used to European competitions. Pep has been in the game for a very long time, and he knows how the game is played.
Okay.
He knows his players. He knows the kind of players he needs.
Okay.
He knows what he expects from his players.
Okay.
And Villarreal winning against Bayern last season, eliminating Bayern Munich from the UEFA Champions League. A Villarreal side that were playing a very good tactical game. That was why I said any team that wins this game against Bayern against Man City will always depend on tactics, because we share tactics are Una Emery and Villarreal at the ball against Bayern. I think I see a very good Man City side winning 3-0, and not to talk about say Erling Haaland crab in the Bundesliga there.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of experience.
I say when Swabo, Sergio Mane Swabo, we always standing in Swabo against City. So
and if we even have Juan Cancelo at the back, but I'm saying that normally or adomachedie.
Ntinuba say Pep no adomachedie.
Adomachedie na UEFA for their mind. Say anybody am. We are going to show to the whole world that this is what we can do. We have the players, we have the men.
You have the men. Stand we got cancer, we have the men. So let's talk about Benfica Inter Milan, because Inter Milan this season the Belkonya Lukaku bi oshi elho against Benfica Portugal side this season. Our performance is superb against Inter Milan. What do you think about this match?
Well, Mamindi Kambo Benfica for us.
Yeah.
Crashing Club Brugge 7-1 goal on goal aggregate. They have very good players.
Yes.
Gonzalo Ramos is doing very well. Looking at the World Cup stats, or ball hat-trick near there, he's playing a very good game. And I would always applaud Benfica. Benfica has always been a good team, providing excellent players like Bernardo Silva. We talk about Darwin Nunes and a whole lot of players to mention. I don't see an Inter Milan side losing to Benfica, because Inter Milan has a very clinical forward. Lautaro Martinez, Dzeko Soho. We have Kiluka is also there.
I can say Kiluka.
Well, if
Luka Obeshi, even if Obeshi go Krana, still Obeshi.
Lukaku always proves the point.
Because Osha World Cup in Ukraine matches like against Morocco, I think goes blue, I think on Shakrana and like on say young qualify now.
You know, sometimes
so, against Benfica, I don't expect some Lukaku chance. If you watch on
sometimes football is always plays with mentality. Okay. That is why we have psychological coaches there that decide the players on what to do and what not to do. Okay. And see, Lukaku returning from international break, coming back to the league, being bought for 100 million and still not getting more play time around Thomas Tuchel. getting back to Inter Milan. I think he's finding his feet. And looking at what the CEO for Inter Milan said, that he's no more going to renew Lukaku's long contract, but send him back to Chelsea. I see Lukaku proving a point in this game, and Lukaku scoring like 2 goals in this game. And not to forget the Cameroon goalkeeper in post, Andre Onana. Onana played a very solid game. So I don't see an Inter Milan side losing this match, because they have a very good right back. Dumfries is also there doing a whole lot of crosses, and we have good heads in the box who are going to push the balls in. So I don't see good. I don't see an Inter Milan losing this match against Benfica.
Okay, Ramona Copium the final match and also Tuja or the Italia Serie A, and was it Serie A 2 teams, AC Milan against Napoli. This season, Abraham and Victor Osimhen, Charlie, this player. What day? Because thank you, Cameroon Quadia and Chelsea, Uncle Far player, Wimbra. Hey, so against Napoli against AC Milan.
Okay, Napoli. Abraham Osimhen can be within this weekend. Or say, we say Africa for boys. So Oshegua, I in BBD. Asi my Obia who try to play up to score Ondu Ramoda as Africans. Nana, Napoli has played a very brilliant game against couple of clubs that they've played against.
Oshe AC Milan side. Our players been some more experience for the UEFA Champions League. We share player BTC Olivia Giroud. Experience. Then kind of say Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's back. What I say, also experience. But their matches are against Amobo was the at time. Found say Amu the Champions League question Napoli. And also.
Well, I don't see an Inter Milan, an AC Milan side winning against Napoli, because AC Milan has been conceding a lot of, I should say, Pep Becker's a foolish goose, because their defense is very, very poor. They since they left Kessie to go to Barcelona, they've lacked a very good defensive midfielder who's able to hold their midfield and help them play good football. Even though they have good players on the flanks like Rafael Leo, they have Bram Diaz, they have Giroud on top, they have good players. I don't see them playing a good game at their defensive end, because football is always played offensively and defensively. So also 10 goals and you concede 10, you are not playing a game. AC Milan losing some couple of games within this weekend.
Against
Udinese. How come? Investors na mobile car. It's an answer. Come well, I see a Napoli team
winning against AC Milan.
That is a simple.
Okay, see if I say home or away, when I say home, you are winning Napoli, you win AC Milan.
Home or away, when Oko San Siro, I don't think it's an easy game for Napoli to go to San Siro to win. But I see them playing. Yes, but at the Napoli Stadium, I see them to win this game at ease.
Okay, and for a final discussion in Copium more El Classico. This weekend and about 8 nice boys. First half early go now Real Madrid share. Now me come again say match and they with 1-0 now, but Barcelona come back with their best performance, and Franquese scoring a goal. No, what do you think about this match? Because El Classico there, they say is there. Barca team they are done to Real Madrid go to
Mamika Bibincho. Say team Kase or you're more than a club. And yet BB Keke, they are more than a club. Masa, no, be our only baby daddy or team Nimudi. Now I finish us as I never pan around you.
Okay.
Masa, we are talking about a good Barcelona team. Since Xavi came, 3 all Clásicos and they've won all.
But then can okay to for yes, on go nearby, a radio share on go near there. You can match and between nearby 2-0. So I say, or can Real Madrid between
you see, sometimes football, that is what I've always been saying. Football is always plays with tactics. Okay. It takes like 1% luck. I see a Xavi side trying different tactics apart from the tiki-taka tactics we know. we could see a Barcelona side shooting outside the box, which is not normal.
And say we have to give applause to a kind of say Courtois, because who Barcelona team I'm a ball in the 18-yard box, outside 18-yard box near try. But the news say Messi be rem, Neymar be rem, Suarez be rem, na Ronaldinho ni mo to one move rem na ma kwatwe akose. But this El Clasico match, we share Barcelona again 18 outside 18-yard box shooting and Courtois and his saves now. Them say Endra the second man of the match.
I've always been saying this, sir. Abrantia Rudiger or a good player, but he always gets exposed when you play that 4-back system with the right backs and the left backs moving inside. And I say he got exposed because he shares kind of interceptions. I wasn't called intercepted with the last cross. Abrantia Baudi, Emma Kessie, the slide he made was so stupid. I should say that. Because you as a defender, you should read where balls are coming so that you make your tackles. The moment he made that slide, that was when Courtois pushed to the other side. If Madrid wants to win more games this season, they should forget about playing that 4-back system whilst Rudiger is in the team. If you want to play your 3-back system, you have your Elder Militao. If Alba is fit, then you play your Rudiger inside. Then this is what is going to help the team. But I think Xavi has been very, very brilliant this season. Very, very brilliant. And then also remember, Debbie Amicha, we play away Rafinha. Say, I on yard the cuttings near Debbie Yard, but and rather remember now with some couple of shots be our boy, any brands here, Frankie De Jong. He played a very good game, masterpiece, giving good passes, holding balls, knowing when to release balls, knowing when to give balls out. I think and rather manager Madrid your team everybody wants them to lose because of the number of Champions League they've won. But I think Madrid played a very good game. But I think one advice Carlo Ancelotti said, he should try and give Hazard more time, because even though the player has been injured couple of times, he hasn't been in good form. I think it is a team that we are building. If you're able to give him some 5 minutes, 3 minutes in the team, I think it will be very, very brilliant. And only Asema Meka. And I think the Barcelona na party be alright.
Barcelona fans need one fan comments into comment section asking to make kind FM. Aha, Bena Sports TV. But I'm just so question Bena. Me bra and about me with discussion on he did edit Khaled Omar. Also about discussion maybe answer. Forget to subscribe. Madam cameraman and so I see JD, yes, JD multimedia. And also to me shooting that you answer. I come